okay? That he only devises nothing but iniquities and brings evil upon every person. And you know that movie, The Planet of the Apes, the old one. All right, they weren't lying. You know they weren't lying when they said that you know I'm trying to remember the quote, but he said that he would make a desert. He would make a desert of his home and yours. Okay, and that's an example that these movies tell you that. You know, they tell you a lot of things, man. You just have to have an analytical mind and think, okay? You have to have an open mind when you look at movies, okay? Because Esau, all right, the so-called white man, he'll put it right in your face, all right? And you won't even, and he'll just go right over your head, all right? But that's just for the simple, you know, the simple niggas out here, you know, that wants to do whatever, man, okay? And they don't want to get right with the Most High, man. And that's all they're gonna be, man, because they're part of 2/3 club, okay? That's why the scripture I was speaking about in elect that's going to be delivered. Right, now back in verse 7 where it says, I'll read again. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. Okay? So it said all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border, all right? And it said the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. Okay, my pages turned. But yeah, that's right, because the people that were with, you know, America at one point, their allies, all right, pretty much they're all, you know, turning against America now, man. And you can see it, all right, especially in Turkey, all right. There was actually a video put up about Turkey when three Navy sailors, 3 U.S. Navy sailors were in Turkey, all right, and pretty much a group, I don't know if they were college students or not, but they're pretty much protesters. They pretty much they attacked those 3 U.S. sailors, man, and during that time when they were doing that, they were saying, "Go home, Yankee, go home, Yankee," all right. They kept chanting, "Go home, Yankee," and they chased after him, man. And then they had to go back on the ship just to get away from them. So to let you know, man, you know, these other countries, you know, they don't care about America anymore, man. All right, that's why it said in the scriptures, it said all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border, and they laid a wound for thee. All right, because that basically they're saying that, you know, all America's allies are just you know, they turn a blind eye to them now. Okay, now they're going against them. And that's a perfect reason why they're doing that anyway, because that's why you know, the so-called army that we got right now, you know, or that's what I say the government, because the government is behind everything, okay? Because the government is a part of that secret organization, all right? And basically that's why they're giving, you know, Iraq, you know, those Iraqis, those people that live in Afghanistan so much hell over there, okay? Because they don't want to conform to the westernized way of thinking, okay? Because back, you know, over in Afghanistan, they have their women in order, okay? They have their women in order over there in the Middle East, all right? And right now, you know, America is trying to bring that over there, all right? And they don't want no part of it. They don't want no part of what America's trying to give them, okay? So that's why America's been pressing so hard on the Middle East, okay? And not only that, is because not only that, but they're also trying to get resources from them as well, okay? Because over in the Middle East, really is where oil, okay? Really, the main reason why they're going over there is oil, okay? That's one of the commandments of the Georgia Guidestones. But really, it's because they wanted oil, all right? And I can't think of the other mineral, but I know the reason why they're pressing hard on Africa too is because the material used for like cell phones and things like that is that's why they're pressing so hard in Africa, okay? But back in Obadiah chapter 1, verse 8, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau, okay? So it said, the Lord himself, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, said himself that, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau, okay? And he's going to do that, okay? Because once you read the scriptures, people see, that's the thing about it. People don't know who Edom is, okay? People don't know who Esau is. When they read the book of the prophets, they don't know who Esau is or who Edom is. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into that right now, and that's in the book of Genesis, chapter 25. All right. So this is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse. I'm gonna start at verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her. She said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. Okay. So it said Isaac entreated of the Lord of her wife because she was barren. Okay. And she pretty much the children that was inside her womb, that was struggling inside her. Okay. So now, they were asking the Most High, then why are these two children struggling inside her womb? Okay. It said well, back at verse 23, it said the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Okay, and that's prophetic. Okay, because let me grab a quick precept. All right, 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 8. Actually, let me start at verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. All right, and I pretty much just jumped the gun on that one. I didn't realize it, but hey, it's whatever. I mean, it's, Yahweh Shemi Ashai wanted to bring it out, go ahead and bring it out. So I can't go against that. All right, if stuff gets bring out, then stuff gets bring out. Verse 9: for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right. So it said, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of that followeth. All right, and it said the elders shall serve the younger. Okay, so that lets you know that's all prophetic. On the birth of Jacob and Esau is prophetic. Okay, so back at Genesis chapter 25, verse 24, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out. Actually, let me focus on verse 25. All right, it said, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. All right, and Esau, I don't remember the Hebrew word, but the word Esau in the Hebrew means wasted away is he. Okay, and that's true, because Esau is wasted away, man. That's why scriptures also always call him on the basis of men. All right, he's calling him a base man. All right, because if you look into the word base, all right, and it's not hard to understand. All right, the word base. All right, it's like a base is like the lowest part of a structure. Okay, or the lowest part of a structure in a nutshell. Okay, so the scriptures always speak about Esau being the basis of men. All right, he's the lowest of all men. That's what it means by that. Okay, that's why his name is Esau. That's why his name is wasted away is he. Okay. All right, back at verse 25 again, it said the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and it's called his name Esau. Okay. Somebody had an accident. Man. Call Halami, how about Shemi Ashai? If that was an accident, I'm not really sure. But call Halami, how about Shemi Ashai, man? But anyway, yeah, like I said, Esau came out red all over like a hairy garment. Okay, and what that means is, he came out red because he had no pigmentation. Okay, that's why he looked red when he came out. That's why he came out red like a hairy garment. Okay, because he had no pigmentation. All right, because the blood was showing forth through the skin. That's why the scriptures in Genesis chapter 25 said he's red all over like a hairy garment because the blood was showing through his skin. All right, and that's the curse of leprosy. All right, and that's the mark of leprosy. All right, and there's another reason why he the Most High cursed Esau. All right, one reason he cursed Esau like that is because Esau is the reincarnation of Cain. Okay, because back when Cain was marked, all right, Cain was actually marked with leprosy. Okay, that's how people knew that that was Cain. Don't mess with him. Don't kill him. Okay, because he had the mark of leprosy. All right, and another reason why Esau was cursed like that is because the Most High wanted all the world to know that this is the wicked. Okay, that this is the wicked. That he's cursed. All right. In other words, it's like a signal. Okay, to let you know who the wicked is. All right, Genesis chapter 25, verse 25 again. And the first came out red all over, like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. And his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. Okay, so that was prophetic when Jacob hold the heel of Esau. Okay, so in other words, that's why in the scriptures in Second Ezra it said for Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of that followeth. Okay, because Esau was pretty much gonna have the dominion of the world according to according to Job chapter 9 verse 24, because in Job chapter 9 verse 24 it says that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. All right, so the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. All right, because today who's in rulership right now and who has more benefits? All right, who has who has the most luxury in America today? Okay, who has in the world actually? Who has more luxury in the world today? All right, who gets the most jobs today? All right, and who was looked at and not anymore, because whenever they go around, whenever they leave the country and go to another country, now they despise the men. Okay, and the answer is simple. Okay, so back at Genesis chapter 25, verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. Okay, so right here in verse 27 it says and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. All right, because that's how Jake is, man. That's how people are, man. They like to chill out. They like to chill out. They like to just chill and relax, man. That's what our people like to do. All right, and really, that's how we were, man. Even in the beginning, that's how we were. All right, because he had people in the beginning known as Adam. Okay, if you read the Bible, but I'm not gonna go too far into it because that'll go way over people's heads. But really, Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. Okay, so like I say, he liked to chill, and Esau was a man of the field. Okay. That means he was a cunning hunter. That means he does. So if you apply it to today, then you look at a certain people who pretty much dwell in the field all day, doing extreme sports and hunting, doing a lot of hunting, and the answer is right there in your face. And I'm gonna go ahead and give you the answer because not everybody, everybody's just, it really, man, it's just a bunch of Uncle Toms, man. That's why they're guarding this so-called white man. Okay, I just gave you the answer. That's who I'm talking about. All right, Esau is a representation, or Esau is the progenitor of the so-called white man. Okay, that's who the progenitor of the white race is, Esau. Okay, and the progenitor of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. Their progenitor is Jacob. All right, so that's why you see the so-called white man, going out and doing extreme sports, All right, you see them go out and hunting, you know,